2.
All right. All right, fans, we are back as we get ready for the Brick City boys taking on the 404 Eastside Babies. The Eastside Babies, a.k.a. the Bulls, are getting ready for the toss. Cam Newton out there talking to both of the teams and the coaches. Both teams shake hands. And this one looks to be another banger of a contest, from what I understand. So the official shows the coin. Brick City is the visitor, so gets to choose. 404, looks like they won the toss. And they will defend the north side of the end zone. Brick City wearing the gold. The Bulls in the red, they defer. So Brick City will be to your right. The Eastside Babies, a.k.a. the Bulls, will be to your left. Eastside defending the north end zone. Brick City starting out the contest defending the south end zone. So Eastside will be kicking off to Brick City as they deferred after winning the toss. What a whale of a first contest, with the ATL Elite falling to the Municipal Raiders 28-20 in the first contest. Brick City boys, a.k.a. City Boys, with the gold helmets and gray uniforms. Eastside. So they're finally getting set to kick off. And I'm telling you, we're thrilled to death to be here at the C1N Labor Day Classic as we get ready to kick off the next contest. This is the 10U group. Ball is at the 40. They get it set up at the tee. Handling the kicking chores, number 33 for the Bulls. He's looking for the word from his sideline. And Cam Newton giving a thumbs up. And there's a kick, and it's a bit of a squib. And there's a flag as it rolls out of bounds. That one nearly looked like it was going to be onside, but it curls around and goes out of bounds. So it's going to be re-kicked. And with the penalty, the ball will be kicked from the 35. Now, I'll say this, when you've got athletes all over the field, you want to make sure you can boot that thing. And granted, it's getting a bit windy out there.
Looks like that ball will be placed at the 35, 1st and 10.
So the ball is placed at the 35. Brick City. And that snap is bobbled. It's on the ground. Auspicious start to open the contest. And that looked like number 1. Of the City Boys. He's able to get back on it. Now looking at the City Boys line, they got some beef up front. I'm looking at big number 74. And that is Owens. They got some stout linemen. The City Boys do. Down a clean snap, number 2, the ball carrier. He's going to be upended by number 10, and that's Carter, I believe. Trying to read the back of that jersey. So only a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 14. The ball is at the 38-yard line. Have some movement up front, but he gets out of the neutral zone. Shotgun formation. 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, single man backfield. Number 15 puts it on a rope across the middle, and he's only got no one to beat. He's going to just like that. The City Boys get on the board. And I mean, you talk about a quick strike after an initial rough snap and handoff. They avoid disaster and turn around and strike immediately to get on the board. The Brick City Boys, just like that, get on the board with 8:17 remaining in the first quarter. So they're getting set for the extra point. Now, as a quick reminder, if they take it from the 3, it's only 1 point. If they take it from the 5, they'll get 2 points. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and kick this one. How about that? Not something you always see at the 10U level, and they're bringing in, making sure the blockers are in place. Kick is up. Kick is no good. So it is 6-0. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed because at the 10U level, you don't usually see them kicking field goals like that, but they're doing it here. So kudos to Brick City. So that was an amazing throw right there. I'm telling you, number 15 sat right back there and put it on a rope. And no one across the middle to stop him. Nets a score. So we'll see how the Bulls respond as they're getting set. So we're glad you're here with us at the C1N Labor Day Classic. Here, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, We thank you for watching us on pay-per-view, Moxie Media Productions. Proud to be a partner with Cam Newton and his staff. We thank them for choosing Moxie Media to handle their video productions for this weekend's contest. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of Moxie Media. And here comes the kickoff. Number 3 handling the chores. And that kick is going to take a bounce. And not much happening on the return. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 43. And we'll see what the Bulls can do. Now I'm looking at Brick City, and I'm looking at that big guy right there in the middle. I don't see much happening going across number 16, but we'll find out. But the Bulls have some beef up front as well. So we've got 2 wide. Make that 3 wide. Man goes into motion. Number 3 puts it up in the air. And that pass is no good. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Weidman the 3rd, throwing it up in the air. So they're going to go 3 wide once again. Number 1 goes into motion. There's the handoff. He takes off around his right. He's going to get across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 4 yards on the play will make it 3rd and 6 for the Bulls.
Right at the 47-yard line. 6:46 remaining in the first.
Big 3rd down here. The Bulls, a.k.a. the Eastside Babies, need to get the conversion.
Nice inside.
And 0 gets the handoff, but number 10's lurking around in the backfield, forcing the back to step up, and he is fed to number 5 of Brick City. And that results in a loss of yardage and brings up 4th down. It'll be 4th and 9 with the ball at the 45-yard line. So, to me, it looks like a punting situation, but they're going to line up 5 wide. They take off up the middle, and no one is fooled. They're going to get to the 46. Number 1, the ball carrier. I don't understand that call. You're going to give good field position to the Brick City boys, and they've proven they can strike fast. So you got a possession change as the ball is turned over on downs. So I would say that was questionable at best, as Brick City looks more than capable. There's a snap, there's a give to number 1. Number 1 heads around his right, has room, has a blocker, and he's going to hit the accelerator, steps back inside, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds just shy of the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Number 9 of the Bulls brings him down. It's going to move the sticks, and it'll be a 1st down for Brick City. This goes back to what I was saying. Why didn't they punt? And now you have Brick City right there at the 21, and they sliced away up the middle Nice open field tackle. So 2-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Eastside Babies, AKA the Bulls, have got to get a defensive stop here with the ball being inside the 20-yard line. They run the counter, and he accelerates, and he is going to score. Touchdown, Brick City. But hold on, we have a flag on the field. That's a sign of a hold. So the Bulls avoiding a disaster, if you will. So the ball goes to the 29-yard line. So that foul occurs right at the line of scrimmage. Runs off 10 yards in the wrong direction for Brick City. But somebody's got to be questioning the fact that the Bulls did not elect to punt. And you saw why just a second ago, but the penalty prevents the score. There's the toss, and there's the flag. Got a flag on the field. Number 2, the ball carrier, he's upended by number 11 and number 10. So we'll see what that penalty is. False start against Brick City, so that'll cost them another 5. And that'll put the ball at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 22. Ball's at the 34. Strong left. Look, put it in the air, has time. There it is. And he got a one-hand grab. A one-hand grab. Did you see that? Number 1 was a one-hand grab. Let's go to the replay. My, oh my. No flags. Watch this play. 15 puts it up. Watch that hand. Probably that's number 3 with the one-hand grab and the dance. That is impressive at the 10U level. And that ball is spotted at the 5, so they're going to go for 2. Looking to go up 14-0. We have 4:29 remaining in the first quarter. Has time, puts it up on the fade route, and that is going to fall incomplete. And he's asking for an interference call, but he's not going to get it. So at 4:29 remaining in the first quarter, it's 12-0. Brick City boys over the Eastside Babies, AKA the Bulls. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back. All right, we're back as we get set for kickoff. That last score you saw was impressive. Number 3 with a one-handed grab from his quarterback, number 15, who puts up a rainbow. But the big question on that series is what happened before it, and that is trying to figure out why Eastside did not punt the ball. So here we are, 12-0, 4:29 remaining in the first quarter. And that's a short kick. So 00 falls on top of it. And the Bulls will look to generate some offense with them taking possession at the Brick City Boys' 49-yard line. So we're going to have 3 wide. Single man backfield. And number 3 is going to be met immediately. The big man, number 16. I mean, he just blows through the offensive line. And the loss of yardage on that play tallies up to 7. So it is 2nd and 17 for the Bulls. Lined up in shotgun, as it were. And they're lined up there again. Number 8 goes into motion. Here's the quick release to number 7. Number 7 is not going to have a whole lot of time to get upfield. He'll get between the 43 and 44-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down. So there's a flag. And so we are waiting for the walk-off of the penalty. So the officials are discussing where to spot the ball. So apparently it's waved off. Bulls finding themselves in 3rd and long. Number 1 goes into motion. And that pass is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I would be surprised. Now, if they go for it on this one, I will be speechless. I will be speechless if they do not elect to punt. Because I believe even at 10U you can walk it off. Why not? There's motion up front. That's going to be a false start. That'll cost them 5 yards. And you hear people yelling out there. I can hear a few of the fans yelling punt.
We're looking at a 4th and Campbellton Road right now. That's very, very far away.
I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. If they're going for it. The Brick City boys striking hard and fast twice already. And so we've got a timeout on the field. We'll be right back to the C1N Labor Day Classic here from Westlake High School, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Please stay hydrated out there.
All right, we are back, and it's going to be interesting to see what Eastside does here. For the life of me, I don't know why they, haven't simply decided to punt. You think, I have a saying, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. And so it looks like that's what we're going to get, is we're going to get a punt. Snap is bad, and he runs around, looks for him. And he's going to be swallowed up at about the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Brick City, in outstanding field position. And this game could be getting out of hand with 3:14 remaining in the first quarter. The Bulls need to figure out what it is they need to do, or the identity of who they are here in this contest. So shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. Trips to the left, single man to the right. There's a snap, a little bit high. And a missed tackle, but number 11 right there to get a hold of number 2 before he gets away. Gain of a yard on the play, puts the ball at the 33. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Brick City. So we got trips to the left, tight to the formation. Single man out wide, single man in the backfield. Then there's the reverse. And Zero tries to go, but he's going to square up with number 1, the tackler. And he'll get to the 31-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Brick City. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brick City took that big offensive line and kept trying to road grade their way in. Strong left with trips tight. And their ball goes up in the air, and it's going to be out of bounds. So that'll bring up 4th down. Big time stop for the Eastside Bulls. Now, at this stage, given the ball being where it is, I fully expect Brick City to go for it. Why not? You're up 12-0. You've had plenty of success. Strength to the left of the offense. Single man in the backfield. Man goes into motion. Steps back in the pocket, gets rid of it just in time, and it's caught. And he makes a stutter step. And, well, there it is. Touchdown, Brick City. And let's look at a replay. An offensive clinic being put on by Brick City. Look at all the time he has back there. Steps up in the pocket, hits his receiver who makes a quick step and a move. Number 5 takes it the rest of the way. And it is 18-0. With 1:54 remaining in the first quarter. And looking at the spot of the ball, they're going to go for 1. And Brick City's going to take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here at the Cam Newton C1N, a Labor Day Classic here from Westlake High School in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, Georgia. right. The Brick City boys are putting on an offensive clinic. And they're going to try for the field goal. And I'm going to be honest with you, at the 10U level, if your opponent can kick field goals, that can be demoralizing. There it is, boom. And that point is good. Brick City kicking the field goal. So this game right now is nothing but the Brick City boys. They have got to figure out a way to slow down that the Brick City doing what they will, and I meant to say that Eastside has to find a way to slow down that Brick City offense. I mean, they are putting on a passing clinic. So it's interesting to see how this will develop as we start to wind down the first quarter of play. There's still 2 minutes remaining. And we're awaiting Brick City to come out and kick off, and here they go. There's a lot of football left to play. I mean, as we saw in the last contest, anything can happen. And we thank you for watching on pay-per-view. These games will be available via the C1N YouTube page. And that ball takes a bounce, and it's onside, and that is good. There's the flag. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. They may have jumped off a little early. And usually when you see that on kickoffs, that's typically the sign. So we'll see what's happening here. It looks like they're going to give possession to the Bulls. So maybe it did not go far enough and therefore was downed. Number 8 goes into motion. There's the handoff. Number 10 goes up the middle, and he's going to run into a couple of defenders with Brick City. 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9 for the Eastside babies, AKA the Bulls. Ball at the 47-yard line. Haven't been able to run much and not going to be able to run much now. Loss of yards on the play. We'll put the ball back at the 45-yard line in the wrong direction as it is now in Bulls territory. They're going to spot it at the 46. So the 404 are having a hard time today. Looks to put it in the air. And that one bounces off the hands of number 7 and falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. That ball was live. They're saying it was a lateral. That's a score. So that results in a touchdown. So there's a flag on the field. So apparently that ball was not an incomplete pass. It was considered a lateral. We have a flag on the field. And we had somebody running on the field during a live play. You know, for the Bulls, at some point you got to change your formula. You know, here in the first quarter. So it looks like the touchdown is going to count for Brick City.
So that touchdown will count.
An unsportsmanlike conduct. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct against the 404 Eastside. Both, and that, you know, that's the last thing you want to have with everything not going your way or penalties to throw on top of that. So the PAT still has to happen. So they're going to go get set up for that. And you got to wonder, you know, how are the Bulls going to fare? As a coach, you try to tell them not to pay attention to the scoreboard. But that is tough sledding when it's 26-0. So you had a penalty against Brick City as well, because they did indicate unsportsmanlike conduct. And catches the man in stride. I don't know who that quarterback is, but that kid's got a future. And he's got receivers all over the place as well. Let's watch that replay. Watch this. Number 15 gets set in shotgun formation. Look at that blocking right there. He gets set, catches his man in stride, and just like that. And the receivers over there, you know, like it's just another day at the office.
Just like that, with 24.1 seconds remaining in the quarter, we got a 26-0 ball. Remember, please go visit the concession stand at halftime.
So 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
You can win $100. We ain't playing 50-50. We playing $5.95. $5 will win you $95.
So you had two scores by Brick City. Where you had some conversions and come right, and that kick is going to take a hop and go out of bounds.
That kick will go out of bounds.
So the Eastside Babies, a.k.a. the Bulls, have possession. So you have a score. You had one PAT that was missed. You had the field goal that counted for 2. And that puts it at 19-0. And then you had the touchdown. And the penalty marked off from the 3-yard line. So 19 plus 7 equals 26. Oh, pardon me, it's 27. My math is bad.
He tries to cut it back in, and he will lose a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
I forgot they had another conversion that was. I lost track. I tell you, the Brick City boys are just lighting it up offensively. Let's put it that way. And they're playing defense lights out. So there's that. And there it is, the end of the first quarter here at the C1N Labor Day Classic. We'll be right back as we get ready to enter the second quarter of play. All right, we're back live. Ball is at the 40-yard line. 27-0. It has been all Brick City. Number 3 back to pass, stays in the pocket, and that is intercepted, and he might take it all the way. Has 1 man to beat, cuts it back, and he's going to be brought down inside the 5 or at the 5. And there's a flag on the field, and that might be a hold. That interception is going to stand. It appeared it may have been a block in the back. Coach of the Bulls arguing possession. So Brick City will have the ball. But given where the foul occurred, that'll get it spotted at the 46-yard line. So the Bulls catch a break from that standpoint because Brick City has been scoring at will. And they're going to go 4 wide, single man in the backfield. 15 has had all day. He's been able to probably bake a cake back there. He's had so much time. There's the quick release. 0 has a blocker in front of him. Takes advantage of it and accelerates. And he's going to get it across the 35-yard line, barely. They're going to down him at the 30. Yeah, they're going to down him at the 35. So it's a first down, moves the sticks for Brick City. And the Bulls are going to take a timeout. We're glad you're hanging in there with us at the C1N Classic, watching on pay-per-view. These games will be available on the C1N channel on Tuesday forward. So be sure to check them out then as well. We'll be right back from Westlake High School here in Atlanta.
Cool when I was scared of letting go. I won.
They got period one and donut. I like the water.
All right, we're back. And the Bulls call a timeout. And, you know, that's the right thing to do. You got to talk to your players. You know, you got to keep their energy up. You know, they have their, you know, the game's far from over. They might be down 27-0, but the game is far from over, and anything can happen. I mean, this is youth football, or any level of football for that matter. So they may be down, but the coaches have got to let them know they're not out. So here comes Brick City. 2 men in the backfield. There's the handoff. He shifts his way up the middle, stays on his feet after breaking a tackle, runs into his own man, and that's what slows him down. And he gets a big old chunk of that. So it'll be 2nd and 2. Two men in the backfield once again, 2 wide, shotgun formation. There's a handoff, and he takes the seam right up the middle, and he can tip. Ball is loose, and the Bulls say they have it, and the Bulls catch a break. Number 2, the ball carrier. You can see how dejected he is. And his teammates console him and let him know, hey, it's all right. Nobody wants to fumble the ball, but the Bulls catch a big break, and the ball will be spotted at the 14-yard line. So let's see what the Bulls do with it. 8:50 remaining in the first half of play. Defense talking to the coaches on the sideline. And remember, it's not about the mistakes, it's how you recover from them. So let's see if the Bulls can take advantage of this. Number 1 trying to find some room, and he is just up in it and getting swallowed up by the Brick City defense. And a loss of yardage on the play equals about 6. So that ball will go back to the 8. So what was 1st and 10 now becomes 2nd and 16. And this is where you call shark in the water territory, because the more that defense can push you back. There's the reverse. And 0 is frustrated, spikes the ball. The officials are letting that go, and they understand how frustrated they are. Officials showing the ball is at the 3-yard line. And it's 3rd and long. And I would hazard that Brick City is thinking safety. There he is in his own end zone. He throws it up, and that's out of the reach of his intended receiver, number 7. So that's going to bring up 4th down. And given what we've seen thus far, number 2 back there deep, he's going to try to punt it. He gets it out of there. And that one is caught and returned by number 3. Brick City gets the touchdown. So Brick City will get set for the conversion. And where the score is sitting right now, this is going to probably go hot clock for sure. The Bulls having absolutely no answer for Brick City. Brick City are firing on all cylinders, and probably a few extra ones we didn't know about, as they lead pending the PAT 33-0 with just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And this team has done everything, including hitting field goals. So our on the field guys right there, there's a whistle on the field. Our guy on the field right there, there's a kick. And that one's going to go wide left. So it's 33-0. About 5 minutes remaining in the first half. The Bulls trying to find some kind of answer, as this game has gotten out of hand early on. Fans, we thank you for participating here on pay-per-view at the C1N Labor Day Classic. Moxie Media Productions wants to thank Cam Newton and his staff for having Moxie Media being a part of this event. Be sure to hit that like and thumbs up while you're watching online. We also want to remind you that on Tuesday, all of the games will be available on the C1N channel on YouTube. So number 15. Getting his team together. Making sure they're not lined up off sides. Squib kick. That's handled by number 9. And there is a sea of gold and gray wrapping up number 9.
That ball will be spotted right at the 40-yard line. We're looking at a first and 10.
So Eastside trying to make something happen before the end of the half. Halftime, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. Ball at the 40-yard line. Single man in the backfield. 3 to the right. 9 goes into motion. And nothing happening on that possession. Nothing there. Loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 38.
Don't forget at halftime, we got the punt. All you got to do is catch the punt. It only costs you $5. Anybody can join. It only costs you $5 to get $100.
The Bulls, number 3, rolling to his left. He's going to be caught from behind and brought down at the 29-yard line. So we've got a timeout on the field, I believe. Brick City will take that one. So 21 yards to go for Eastside. We'll be right back.
I won.
They got period water and donuts. I like the water. True meaning of ghetto bullshit.
All right. We do all right. Yeah, cool. See?
Who you got? Me and Coach Lou.
Who you got?
Who you got? Me and Lou.
All right, we're back. So 3rd and 21 for the Bulls. They get set. Here they come. Number 1 finds a little bit of room before he's brought down by number 5. He'll be brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. And they're going to spot. That's where they're going to spot him. So with 1:11 remaining in the first half, we have another timeout on the field. And a couple of the Bulls don't realize it's a timeout. So takeaways from the first half, where do you start? The Bulls have not been able to put together anything whatsoever from an offensive standpoint, and defensively have just been getting chewed up by Brick City. The interception as well from deep in their own territory has been, the defense for Brick City has just been on point the entire game. And like I said, an offensive clinic by Brick City as well. So the ball is at the 33-yard line. And the ball will be turned over on downs. So Brick City will come out on offense. Clock continues to run. And they're going to probably get off one more series or the clock runs out. And we have an injury timeout. We'll be right back.
They got period water and donuts. I like the water. True meaning of ghetto bullshit.
I'm ready. We do all of it?
Yeah, come on.
1 second. See?
Who you got? Me and Coach Lou.
Who you got?
Who you got? Me and Lou.
Hey, come on.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody gotta eat, so they can leave me alone.
All right, with 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Brick City leading 33-0. We had a injury on the field apparently. That stopped the clock. And Brick City with another possession, and there they go, and there got a man open. They put it up in the air, and he is overthrown. And that'll do it for the first half. We're going to go straight into halftime, folks. We thank you for being with us at the C1N Cam Newton Labor Day Classic here from Westlake High School, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you. Hit that like button. Ring that bell. We thank you for being here with us on pay-per-view. We have 3 more contests after this one, and we'll be back in just a bit.
got period warning donuts. I like the water. True meaning of ghetto booty.
I'm ready. You all ready?
Yeah, come on. One second.
See?
Who you got? Me and Coach Lou.
Who you got?
Who you got? Me and Lou.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody gotta eat, so they can leave me alone. We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children.
All right, we are back, and we're going to be running a hot clock here in the second half as we get set. The Brick City boys have put on an offensive and defensive clinic in the first half. The Bulls have had no answer whatsoever for what is going on over with Brick City. It's pretty much, if they want to, they will. And that has resulted in the 33-0 score that you see. So the Bulls won the toss and deferred in the first half. And as I would say right now, that's probably the wisest move they made thus far in the game. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they made. Brick City now on the right-hand side or south end of the field. Pardon me, Brick City now on the north side of the field. The Bulls on the south end of the field. That's to the right. And there's a kick, and it's a line drive. Those are normally hard to handle. Number one has some room, takes some tackles, and he's eventually going to be brought down right around the 42-yard line. And one of the things you try to teach the kids in youth football is to not run backwards. Sometimes wisdom is the greater part of valor, and when you're running backwards trying to avoid being tackled, you're so busy running backwards, you don't realize that you might have lost 7 to 10 yards on the play. So what you end up with is a really bad situation from a field position standpoint. So now what you're going to end up with is a situation where you've lost some potential field position. But they're in good position now. Ball's at the 42-yard line. Number two goes into motion. And there's going to be a timeout for Brick City. We'll be right back.
Timeout, Brick City.
They got period warning donuts. I like the water. True meaning of ghetto booty.
I'm ready. You all ready?
Yeah, come on. One second.
See?
Who you got? Me and Coach Lou.
Who you got?
Who you got? Me and Lou.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody gotta eat, so they can leave me alone.
All right, we're back as we get ready to come out of the timeout. Now, you know, probably I'd say one of the most curious things I saw in the first half of play was, you know, the Bulls electing not to punt and giving Brick City short field position. So here we go from the 42-yard line to open the second half of play. Number 3 at quarterback. He rolls to his right, but he's going to get swallowed up immediately. Nowhere to go. 1, 2, 3 Brick City defenders are all over him. And that's going to lose about 5 yards.
He'll lose 5 on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Bulls. And, you know, I'm not sure what adjustments they were making at halftime, but I will say this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So you got a single man in the backfield, 3 wide, 2 to the left. There's the quick throw, and he is going to be met immediately. And Brick City defense doing what they do, lost the yardage on the play, takes it back to the 32-yard line. And that play is taking too long to develop. Plays like that, you got to get that snap and get that ball released quickly because time is everything, especially when the defense is keying on you and teeing off. So it is now 3rd and 20. There it is. He has it done deep. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. The receiver had a step. And that is number 11. But that's going to bring up 4th down. Now, I will say this. In a lot of youth leagues, you know, you have the option to have your punts walked off. And, I mean, at 10U, you typically don't see a lot of kicking. The kicking game, you know, their bodies are still developing. Sometimes they're a little awkward. And sometimes you can get a kid that can kick it or punt it. But more often than not, and they're going to go for it. So they're going to be 4 wide. Quarterback has some time. Finally gets rid of it, and it's picked off again. And it's the same suspect that had it in the first half. And he shakes a tackler, and he has one to beat, and he's going to jog on into the end zone. Number 3 with his 2nd pick 6 of the day. Brick City touchdown. I just don't understand this at all. This is a head scratcher if there ever was one. The ball being set at the 3-yard line. And the fans, you know, I've coached. You know, I work with a high school program, a championship high school program over in Alabama, and I can tell you, you know, like I said, wisdom is the better part of valor, more often than not. And while I can certainly appreciate the gusto in going for it, you're down 33-0. And they're just sitting back waiting on you, and I mean Brick City. And so you've got 2 defensive scores as part of this tally. There's the hold, and there's the kick. And that kick goes wide left. That's no good. Nonetheless, Brick City, and we are under hot clock. They lead 39-0. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Cool, and I was scared of letting go. I won.
So we're back and getting set for the kickoff. Brick City offense getting an extra respite as the defense has handled the scoring chores. So they will be kicking off to the Bulls. Clock continuing to run, about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And so that kick is going to take a Brick City bounce, and they're trying to get on it. He manages to escape a few defenders, and he's going to get probably to about the 34-yard line. And that's where they will take possession. Now, looking at these teams size-wise, they're evenly matched up. And I see athletes on both sides of the ball. So let's look at it from this standpoint. You know, you've got the tournament today. You got the rest of the season to play out. And you can get a lot of takeaways from games like these and tournaments like these. So it is good for the boys to get in the work. And so we want to say thank you to C1N for putting on today's event and having Moxie Media as a partner to handle the broadcast chores. We thank you for being with us on pay-per-view. And the Bulls, there's a flag, and I believe that's a horse collar. That's got to be a horse collar face mask. And the Brick City player acknowledges it. He says, that's on me. It's a personal foul, so that'll cost them 15 and a move the sticks. But we want to thank you, fans, for hanging in there with us. We have 3 more contests after this one. It's been a great day out here at Westlake High School on the south end of the Atlanta metro area. There's shotgun snap. There he is. He puts it up. And it's picked off once again. Another interception. And guess who it was? There's a flag on the play. Hold on. Hold your horses. Personal foul. Yep, he roughed the passer. That's coming back. And that one will nullify the interception. So roughing the passer. So the fourth quarter is coming up, so they're getting ready to shift the field. 39-0, Brick City over Eastside, and we'll be back in just a few. All right, we're back. And one of the takeaways, you know, when you come away from a game like this, if you're Brick City, the thing you got to tell the players, like, okay, you had a big win, but you have to get ready for your next opponent, and you got to stay level-headed. You never want to get to the point where you just believe that you're just going to dominate everybody, because complacency kills. And you never want to see that happen on any team. As far as the Bulls go, you know, they understand that they've got some work. They got some offensive line things to take care of. With the exception of the penalty, you know, that's it's 3 picks. When you take if you take the penalty into account, you have to be smart with the football. Turnovers will get you every time. And to that end, to be fair, Brick City had one on a run, but the Bulls were unable to convert. So a lot of football left this season, and the coaches will do a fine job with these boys, getting them ready for the next game. So the Bulls at the 36-yard line. Empty backfield. There's the pass, and that one is in a sea of gray jerseys. That one could have easily been picked off. So it is now 3rd down. However, the Bulls find themselves in just a 3rd and 10. They have experienced a lot of 3rd and longs today. And when I say long, I mean 15 plus. So let's see what they do here. Shotgun formation. Man goes into motion. He throws it up. Has a man in. Oh, it's broken up. Broken up. And you know what? I'm looking at that. I think I could get that player's number. That is number 21. And that did remind me of somebody named Mr. Sanders from the past, running down the receiver and breaking up the pass. So there's that. So that'll bring up 4th down. But credit to the Bulls, they did have an open man, and that pass broken up. So empty backfield once again. He has the blockers. He has the man, and it is caught by the Bulls. That pass is complete, and they're going to get to the 22 and move the sticks. Positive yardage for Eastside. They are at the 22-yard line. Clock continues to run under hot clock rules. 7 minutes remaining. We are in the 4th quarter. And this time they run it. And they're only going to get a couple out of it. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 19. So it'll be 2nd and 7. So let's see. Looks like they're going to go empty backfield. And we have a timeout on the field, and I believe this one's going to be the Bulls. So we'll be right back from the C1N Labor Day Classic here in the Atlanta Metro in Westlake High School. We'll be right back. All right, the Bulls with 2nd and 7. And that pass is picked off. Number 1 stays on his feet and is still going before he goes out of bounds. And Thought we may have a player down on the field, but he is one of the Bulls on the near sideline. So that one is picked off. And I got to give the Bulls credit. They made a change at quarterback and had some success with it. But it is tough sledding and dangerous to throw against Brick City. So overall, 4 picks, 1 being recalled due to a penalty. But give the Bulls credit for making some adjustments. Clock continues to run. And I was able to see a name on the back of one of the jerseys. It's one of the linemen. His last name is Biggs. That'll fit. Number 3, looking for his own way to throw, puts it up. Has a man wide open, and he is streaking and accelerating, going, and gone. Brick City with another score just like that. So with that, it will go to 45-0. And this has been typical Brick City all day. Quarterback flushed out of the pocket, keeps the play alive, steps up, slides out to his right, puts it up in the air, finds the open man, and that results in a score. So, Brick City, some of the linemen out there enjoying the music, dancing. Can't say that I blame them. Of course, I'm 55 years old and I have no rhythm anymore.
This is for the extra point.
So they're going to go for the big one. Fade route. And it's caught. Up top. They just keep bringing it. And that is textbook fade route. Go to the highest point of the ball. That is indicative of outstanding coaching. And it is 46-0 as the clock continues to run with about 2 minutes remaining in the contest. So the Eastside Bulls and you got to love this. You know, you look at the Bulls and you got the players out there and they're still dancing. That you know what, and that's perspective. You know, sometimes we get caught up as adults and things get too deep for us. But when you see the kids out there and, you know, they realize it's a football game. This is 10U. But that's perspective right there. And that tells you more about where the team's head's at, and that's okay. The coaches will work through them throughout the rest of this season to fix some things and get it right. Brick City, ultimately, they're going to find those tests one day for them. And, you know, sometimes I think that's something that all of us can use is a little perspective. So there's the kick. The Bulls get on top of it. So clock continues to run. And I think they're just going to let this one run out. And the boys ultimately get lined up for the handshake. And that's going to do it. 46-0. The Brick City boys over to Eastside. 404 babies, AKA the Bulls. So and there's the horn, and that's going to make it a final, 46-0. So let's go into a few takeaways from this game. You have a team that hit on all cylinders in all phases of play. Special teams, kicking field goals. Defense, shutting everything down. 4 interceptions overall, 1 nullified by a penalty. Deep passes, slashing runs, finding room in the middle, outstanding blocking. All the ingredients to bake the proverbial victory cake, Brick City had them all. Today was absolutely their day. But as I said, watching it towards the end of the game, you know, this is the 10U. The players were still vibing. They were still dancing to the music. Don't get it twisted, folks. These are, you know, this is 10U. That's some perspective. They know they have their whole season to look forward to. Fans, we're glad you're here with us on pay-per-view. The next contest is coming up shortly here at the C1N Labor Day Classic. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of Moxie Media. We want to thank Cam Newton and his staff for selecting Moxie Media to handle their video production today for today's events as well as yesterday's. We'll be right back. Thank you once again for staying with us on pay-per-view. These games will also be available this coming Tuesday on the YouTube channel C1N. That's C1N YouTube channel this Tuesday. These contests will be available. Thank you.